Hi everybody, and hi Viva Technology dear audience. We're talking today about health and the future of health, but not only the future, and I'm very pleased to be here at the 3D Experience Lab from Dassault Systèmes with Vacher. Hi Frederic.
Hi Marion, how are you today?
Yes, very fine, very fine.
Welcome to the lab.
Thank you. You're head of innovation of 3D Experience Lab from Dassault Systèmes. Could we just talk about Dassault Systèmes versus health? That's big.
That's big, and this is the theme of today. As you know, Dassault Systèmes is very famous for aerospace, automotive industries, so big clients like Airbus, Boeing, up to Tesla, but also some solar impulse big project for finding solutions for the planet. But since 10 years, we are investing a lot in the life, from things to life. We've been already involved in the medical device sector since long.
Yeah.
Most of the medical device you find in hospitals are designed and engineered by our solutions. But since 5 years, we invested very strongly in the molecular design and simulation to invent the new molecules for the pharmaceutical industries in a way to replicate what we have done with the industries, to digitalize from end to end the product life cycle, but for a molecule, for finding new molecules. And more recently, with Medidata, up to the clinical trials. This is completing the story. I guess you know, but with the COVID vaccines, Moderna and BioNTech are our clients. And they have been very productive by doing everything on the cloud on our platforms.
Yeah, that means you support, as you know, Dassault Systèmes, you support that cause in a way, that COVID crisis.
That's true. And from finding new molecules with BioVia on the research, aspect, using the digital for the research, up to clinical trials, and we've been very pleased to see that with the general mobilization, obviously, to find those vaccines, they have been in production in a very, very record time.
Frederic, talking about health is deeply, deeply linked to disruptive technologies such as deep tech and AI technology. How Dassault Systèmes is embracing these two disruptive technologies?
That's true that AI, everybody's talking about AI, right? For computer graphics, for imaging, for surveillance or whatever. For us, Dassault Systèmes, AI is very important for health. And we really believe that it could bring something into this, those technology could bring something for this field. If we looked at our dashboard to see the different trends, if we combine health and the AI, what we will see? Obviously, artificial intelligence is coming first, but very quickly, you will see appearing machine learning, which is a segment. You will see cloud computing, algorithm, automation, or computer vision. So if we bring AI with virtual worlds, with 3D representation, it could really bring something new. For instance, as you can see here on the art, we have a huge project called Living Art to reconstruct the art in 3D. Not the 3D model, but all the behavior, all the scientific modeling of the organ. And so it's applying to organs, but it's also very interesting for imagery. It brings intelligence to analyze medical imaging and give recommendation to the doctors. So again, AI is not replacing any doctors or scientific, but it will bring some additional information to enhance their visibility and first better prepare their work.
It seems that talking to AI, that this technology, it's much more mature than before. I mean, machine learning, etc. We know that there are so many companies developing recognitions based on assets.
That's true. And on our side, we can extend this concept to 3D modeling. If we take this living art example, as I said, the project is a collaborative project to reconstruct and simulate the art.
Yeah.
We are now accelerating startups that bring usage into this. On one of those startups, it's called FIOPS, and what they do is they reconstruct in 3D the geometry of the organ of the patient from the medical imaging in order to apply AI and simulation for recommending the best stent to implant.
So that's the time to meet FEOPS and its co-founder and founder Mathieu de Beule, CEO of FEOPS, a startup from Belgium. Can you hear us, Mathieu? Hi.
Yes, I hear you
Hi,
loud and
Mathieu.
clear. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. So what about FEOPS? Can you just introduce the startup and the technology, please?
Yes, with pleasure. So, FEOPS is a startup or a scale-up based in Ghent, Belgium, which was founded together with Peter and myself in 2009. And what we have developed is a unique technology for personalized procedure planning of structural heart interventions. I know heart interventions are the cause of death worldwide, and more of these interventions are being treated minimally invasively. So the physician needs to rely on medical imaging to make important decisions on which implant size and position. And this is where we come in, because we have developed unique technology that allows to transform these routine medical images in a digital twin of the patient that allows to preoperatively assess the different treatment choices. And so far, we have modeled close to 3,000 patients all over the world. And of course, with this vast database of hearts, we have been able to develop dedicated AI algorithms that also assist in the procedure planning of these interventions.
Why did you decide to launch such a company dedicated to heart interventions help?
Well, the company is based on the research that Peter and I had been doing during our PhDs at Ghent University, where we had developed unique models with Simulia technology for cardiovascular devices. And then we have seen the opportunity of combining this knowledge of device modeling with patient images, because to date, the way these procedures are planned are still rather classic, that you take images of a patient, you do some measurements, and then based on these measurements, you try to imagine how a device interacts. But given the fact that more and more devices are coming to the market with very different deployment mechanisms, it's very challenging for a physician to do this. So we are really convinced that this is a very interesting space for digital twin technology to show clinical added value and to really build something that benefits the patients.
Can you have a word, please, Mathieu, on the collaboration with the 3D Experience Lab, Dassault Systèmes?
Yeah, we are a very proud member, or very proud to be a member of the 3D Experience Lab for multiple reasons. One cornerstone of our technology for the digital twin part is Simulia. It's by far the best modeling software out there, and as you can imagine, modeling the heart in great detail and understanding how a device, sometimes life-saving technology, is interacting with that, you really need just the best technologies out there, and Simulia is definitely one of them. But next to that, also the 3D Experience Lab helps us to connect with other startups, helps us with specific coaching for specific challenges we have, and just helps us in developing things at very high speed.
Do you think, Mathieu, that we are at a turning point in the health sector thanks to this technology, meaning deep tech and AI, etc.?
Absolutely. I'm convinced that there is no way back. It absolutely makes sense to make use of the data that is out there. I think it should be done in a structured and well qualified and validated way. So we should do this step by step. But I'm absolutely convinced that the way our procedure being planned today will not be done anymore in 5 years from now. I think at that moment, digital twins, AI, and robotics will take a big part of that.
What about the company? Maybe let's project in maybe 5 years. How does the FEOPS look like in 5 years?
We really have the ambition to be the new gold standards in procedure planning. We are first focusing on the structural heart market, where we already have ongoing projects with physicians and companies in Europe, in Asia, and in the US. So we are well on the way to become this gold standard, and that's our clear ambition, to really roll this technology out, this digital twin combined with AI technology in the structural heart space as the choice of tool for the physicians worldwide.
Thank you so much, Mathieu de Beule from Belgium, FEOPS company. Good luck.
Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
so
Mathieu.
much.
Bye-bye.
Let's jump to another one project incubated at the 3D Experience Lab, which is Dassault Medical, a French startup.
Yep.
One word
Led
before
by a woman.
Yeah.
So we are very proud to have a woman leading this scientific project. It's about cancer, which is a big topic, and they are focusing on skin cancer in order to detect early on potential melanoma.
So let's jump to Anaïs' interview now, right now. Can you hear us, Anaïs? Hi.
Yes,
Hi, Anaïs.
Hi.
Welcome to the lab.
Anaïs Barut, CEO of Damae and co-founder, of course, of Damae Medical. So let's go for the pitch of the solution.
Okay, so today, if you have a suspicious skin lesion, you will go to your dermatologist who will look at it with his naked eye or thanks to a magnifying glass. And if he has a doubt, he will perform a biopsy. Only the examination of the sample under a microscope allows a formal diagnosis. And the majority of biopsies are found to be healthy, while some cancers will not be biopsied and early diagnosed due to the lack of surface diagnosis criteria. In addition, this invasive process requires 15 to 20 days before the results and requires several patient consultations. So Damae Medical provides a solution to the skin cancer health issue by providing Deep Live. Deep Live is an imaging device that brings the biopsy result directly to the patient in real time without the need of any invasive sampling, so without biopsy. It's like optical biopsy. The visualization of the suspect lesion is done directly in vivo on the patient at the cellular resolution and over a large penetration depth down to the dermis. So melanoma will be diagnosed at an earlier stage to increase patient survival statistics while reducing unnecessary biopsies. The other big type of skin cancer, carcinomas, will be more accurately diagnosed non-invasively at the first visit without the need of biopsy and treatment, and everything can be personalized. So if the carcinoma is superficial, it will be possible to favor non-invasive treatment. And if the carcinoma is not superficial, it will be possible to provide surgery, but guided surgery. Because when you have a surgery, the surgeon is doesn't have the information under the skin of the patient, and it's very interesting to have preoperative excision margin to minimize the risk of tumor recurrence and preserve a maximum of healthy tissue. So maybe about the clinical trials, we work a lot with expert dermatologists, and they allowed us to perform clinical testing to deliver a device that is suitable for easy integration into hospitals, clinics, and dermatology practices. And we did a last run of industrialization activities in 2020, and we obtained in July 2020 the CE mark of the device. And right now, Damae Medical is scaling up its production activities to support the first step of commercialization in Europe and mainly in academic centers.
Do you have any big metrics, to give us to the audience, just to understand, the issue?
Yes, so definitely skin cancer is a major health issue. The incidence is not the same all over the world. There are three main geographical areas affected by skin cancer. The first one is Australia. 2 out of 3 Australian people will be affected in their life by skin cancer, and then the US and Europe.
Of course, there is a before and after, and we clearly understand. Frederic, one word about this very, very promising solution.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's not about taking a picture and analyzing the picture. It's analyzing in 3D up to the derm, so for the skin up to the derm. So it's really a major invention. On here you can see Damae Medical's device in 3D actually. So Anaïs, we are looking at your station. So you have the medical device station with the screen to get the real-time analysis of the visual. And here you have the device, which is kind of a gun that the dermatologist will apply to the skin of the patient. And it's interesting because we had a lot of engineering to do. I believe a lot of simulation as well with the Medical's team to help them to industrialize the product. It's quite easy for a startup to prototype something, it's much more difficult to analyze,
Yeah.
industrialize, and take into account all the manufacturing constraints. The certification, as you mentioned, Anaïs, the device needs to be certified. Clinical trials as well, and I think it's your step now, doing clinical trials with your device.
Yes, indeed. So we are working with key opinion leaders, expert dermatologists all around Europe in 6 countries, in fact. And the goal for us is to prove the efficiency of this technique. So we have the first very good results in terms of sensitivity, specificity. And we need to translate these performances into medico-economic KPIs, and that's what we are doing right now. And the second topic is indeed industrialization. So we have many challenges, robustness, the miniaturization, and also the scale-up, the production scale-up. And these are very challenges, very stimulating challenges that are for 2021 and maybe 2022 too.
We wish you good luck, Anaïs. Thank you so much for this
Thank you.
interview and discussion with you. So stay tuned for another episode here at the 3D Experience Lab from Dassault Systèmes. So stay tuned. Bye.